have been talking about Artemis 2nd. How this flyby my moon has ensured that how humans can go around in the space. And this is the time when India also wants to mark its presence in the space through Gaganyaan. And India has been preparing for it, and a new milestone in this is Mission Mitra. Once this takes off, the human readiness will also be checked. Hello everyone, welcome to Vajiram and Ravi /news. My name is Shubhangi Singh, and in today's session we are going to talk about Mission Mitra, how it is associated with Gaganyaan mission, what does it prepare the astronauts for, and how and where it is taking place. So let us begin with understanding that what exactly is Mission Mitra. Now when we are talking about the word that is being used, Mitra, basically it is an acronym for mapping of interoperable traits and reliability assessment. So the whole idea of this mission is to check that how the humans who are going into the lower Earth orbit through Gaganyaan mission, how they can ensure physiological endurance, how they can improve their team coordination and behavior under isolation, especially in space-like conditions. Now that is why ISRO has taken up this mission in Ladakh and Mission Mitra has been launched there. Now this is the part of final human readiness. So once Mission Mitra successfully completes, the human readiness phase of Gaganyaan mission would be completed. And when we are talking about machines, in the end we will be speaking about that in terms of the timeline of all the machineries and equipments, how ready they are. Can you tell me in the comment section which are the recent tests which have been done by ISRO for the readiness of Gaganyaan mission apart from this? Because in end we will be talking about that also. Now when we are talking about Mission Mitra, what exactly this mission is trying to do? So here this mission is trying to use Ladakh as a space simulation zone. Similar conditions such as which are found in space are to be traced in Ladakh, which are present in Ladakh, are to be used to ensure that similar conditioning, similar understanding and similar handling of things can be executed later. Now how is this possible? This is possible because Ladakh, because of its geographical location, has low oxygen, extreme cold condition, isolation and limited communication. So the space-like conditions are clearly present here. So as to compare, let us see why this is being tested in Ladakh. For example, if we are talking about hypoxia, that is low oxygen, this is space equivalent of life support stress. If such a situation is created, how it will be managed here can be tested here. If we are talking about isolation, then it is about space confinement. In such a scenario, let's just say if there is limited resource and the orbit that is supposed to take place and astronauts are supposed to come back, they have to make a re-entry and come back to Earth. If in any situation at all that is not possible, what would be done? Apart from that, harsh terrain, unknown terrain, how to exist there, how to make sure that there is physical, mental endurance for that, and especially when we are comparing with space, for alien environments. Now when we are talking about the situation which are being simulated in Ladakh are because of the fact that Ladakh can offer this. But the question here is, how did this come to anybody's mind? Why are we using Ladakh? Is this an inspiration from somewhere? So yes, it is an inspiration from European ESA, European Space Organization CAVES program, which they had executed using similar geographical location, which can simulate the condition and enable a space equivalent there. If you are aware, let me know in the comment section which was the location that ESA's CAVES program used. So we clearly get to see here that Ladakh is going to serve as a nature analog for the long duration missions for the upcoming times as well. Now let us look into what exactly Mission Mitra is going to test. So the key experiments that are going to be conducted are about controlled isolation, behavioral monitoring of the Gaganauts, basically the astronauts who are going, and communication delay simulation. If at all the communication is limited, how that will be handled. Now, based on these experiments, the Gaganauts would be tested on cognitive performance, how the team dynamics are being managed, and coordination with the ground. And I said it is being inspired by the Caves experiment of European Space Agency. Now, in this mission Mitra, we have 4 Indian Air Force officers who have been selected, including Wing Commander Shubhanshu Shukla, who was part of a very important NASA mission. Can you tell me in the comment section which one was it? Now, on this note, we will be straight up moving to understand Gaganyaan's implementation and the tests that have been already completed. So, as of now, we are seeing that the abort and safety tests have been completed. Pad abort test has already been done. TV D1 test has been completed back in 2023 itself, where if there is in-flight abort mission happening, that has been successfully conducted. Landing and recovery, where we usually see integrated airdrop tests, that was done. The phase 1 was completed last year. Integrated airdrop test has been completed this month itself, and it has been successfully seen. Now, there are certain system validations for that. More than 8,000 ground tests have been completed. Crew module and communication systems have been already validated. Now, this was the machinery readiness. The human readiness is being worked out through Mission Mitra. Now, the question is, if this much is ready, what is the timeline for Gaganyaan? So, Gaganyaan mission is broadly bifurcated into uncrewed and crewed flights. So, when we are talking about uncrewed flights, it is supposed to take place in 2026-27 based on how these tests perform in coming time, and crewed mission, the final, will be taking up in 2007, because there are certain missions, certain tests still left, such as advanced abort test, uncrewed mission with Vajiram and Ravi, which is ISRO's half humanoid robot, which will be going in the first test when we are talking about uncrewed flights. And then we have G2 and G3, where final system validations would be done. Now, I hope you have a fair idea about Mission Mitra. If you have any doubts, put it down in the comment section. I'll be leaving you here with a prelims practice question. Let me know the answers in the comment section. That was all. Thank you so much.